In online to prefix their role to their name so that it is easy to identify them. Number two, all the speakers are requested to do a audio and video check before starting their speeches. Request to all speakers to confirm that they can see the timer card before starting their speeches. Number three, I request to all not to type in the chat box in the online session when a speaker is speaking, as it disturbs the flow of the speaker. In fact, you can use the private chat to provide your feedback. Number four, do not click the screen share in online session unless your speech or role requires you to do so. Number five, you can use a high five or namaste when taking over or leaving from a role. Number six, this meeting is being recorded. In case you have any reservation on your speech being recorded, please let us know. We will pause the recording. Number seven, please turn off your cell phone or set them on silent mode while you are speaking if you are a speaker. There are three ways of giving applause. If your video is on, you can clap like this, or you can use the reaction button on your Zoom screen, or click the clap options. It is my pleasure to welcome the presiding officer of the Toastmaster, Misha. With thunderous applause, let us welcome Toastmaster Misha. Over to you.
Good morning, everybody. And thank you so much, Ajay. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, Misha.
Okay. So today is a very, very special day, not just for me, but for all of us, because it's Mother's Day. And we are close to our mothers. Everybody is close to their mothers. Mothers play a very special and a very vital role in everybody's life. It's because of them we exist today. And they have been brilliant writers who have said brilliant things about mothers, but no matter how many words or how many things are said about mothers, it's always less, it's always nothing, negligible compared to the selfless love, the unconditional love they give us and throughout their life. So this is very, very special to me. I'm so ecstatic to be here today, and I'm really looking forward to what Tia Modi has to offer today on this eve of Mother's Day. And I'm sure it's going to be a great meeting for all of us. But to begin with, I would like to go ahead with the guest addresses. So can we please have the guests here?
So, yeah, guests can come over here one by one.
Yeah, I have a list of guests here with me, but I'm not sure how many of them have joined. But I'll just read out their names and just let me know if anybody has joined. Yeah. Could you please introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone, fellow
Yeah, hi.
Toastmasters, fellow guests. My name is Arbaz, and I actually stumbled upon something called as Toastmasters accidentally 1 year back. And I was so much afraid of this public speaking thing that whenever someone asked me to unmute myself, I used to just dash into the washroom. This was the case with me. Today, I have gathered my nerves and come here to learn something and looking forward to have a memorable experience over here. Thank you.
Good morning, Arbaz, and welcome to Mumbai Speakers Toastmasters Club. I assume this is your second meeting and you have joined us for a virtual meeting as well. So I hope this is going to give you a great experience because physical meeting is actually what the USP is for Toastmasters. We went online because of COVID, but now we are back to hybrid mode. So I hope you get to experience Toastmasters in its real feel when it's a physical meeting. So congratulations and thank you so much for joining us. Moving ahead, do we have Ankit with us?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can follow.
So, hi everyone. My name is Bipin Virendra, and I work with an MNC called Jonesling LaSalle. This is my second inning in the Toastmasters. Uh, Unfortunately, I couldn't continue with my, the first journey, but looking forward for the, what to say, for the second inning, of course. Yeah, and thank you everyone, and thanks to Tanmay for bringing me here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bipin, for joining us. I hope you have a great meeting ahead. Enjoy yourself. Thank you so much for joining us. Moving on, do we have Mitesh?
Yeah. Hi everyone. I am Ankit Lahoti. Uh, I'm. I learned about Toastmaster when I was in Middle East. Like everyone, I too wanted to improve my communication skill, public speaking skills. So, 3 years back, I moved to India back, and on account of some issues or personal commitment, I could not devote time. But this time, I told my wife and a family that I want to devote some time over here to improve my skills. So here I have joined Toastmasters. Thank you.
Welcome, Ankit, and thank you so much for joining us. You are in for a treat today. So enjoy yourself, and I hope you take away really good experiences with you with from our Toastmasters meeting. Do we have Mitesh or Nikita?
Okay. Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Mitesh, and I've recently graduated from my college. So I decided to join Toastmasters because certainly I also wanted to improve my communication skills. I was looking to join it from a very long time, but I wasn't able to due to my studies. But now, as I've decided, I want to work on my personality, confidence, and communication. Thank you so much.
You're at the right place at the right time, and I wish you all the very best. I'm looking forward to have you in our other meetings as well. So I hope you have a great meeting. Thank you so much for joining us.
Also joined us as a guest.
Do we have Nikita or Kalpana?
Hello everyone. My name is Rahul Moria, and currently I am pursuing my master's degree from Symbiosis College, and I'm doing internship in Morgan Stanley. And I learned about this Toastmaster from my brother, and I wanted to progress in this where I like in communication or in talking. Whenever it's come to talking or speaking up, I'm not confident to talk about. Even I know the answer, even I wanted to say. So here I'm developing. I want to develop and be confident about it. So this is my first session, Toastmaster. Thank you.
Hi, good morning. Thank you so much for joining our meeting. I hope you have a great time, and I look forward to having you in our other meetings as well. Trust me, you're at the right place because this is just the right place with the right people to help you develop your skills and improve yourself. So have a great meeting ahead. Moving on, do we have Nikita?
Hey, Misha. No, she's not in yet. So, do
Okay.
we have any more guests? You are visiting. You've joined us as a guest. So, you may want to come and introduce yourself. You're nervous? Okay, fair enough. We'll take your feedback after the meeting. Sure. Misha, we're done with the guest introduction.
Okay. So I think I'll not take any more time because I'm really looking forward to this meeting as our VP Education is the team out for today. And trust me, you are really going to have a great meeting to everybody. Everybody who is a member knows this, but for all the guests, thank you so much for joining us. I'm really happy. And you have actually made your Sunday very productive by joining us for the meeting. So go ahead and enjoy the meeting. And over to you, Toastmaster of the Day, British.
Thank you, Madam President, Toastmaster Misha. Good morning, everyone. I hope I am visible and audible. So,
It is indeed a very special day to take this position of Toastmaster of the day. Today, as we celebrate our Mother's Day, uh, I think she is one of the reason every one of us is over here present and enjoying this Toastmaster session. I know we are not a bilingual club, but I'll take some liberty to recite one Hindi phrase, actually a poem. सबकी देखरेख करते करते वह खुद को भूल जाती है. सबकी देखरेख करते करते वह खुद को भूल जाती है. अपने आंचल से छाव देती है जब भी धूप आती है. अपने आंचल से छाव देती है जब भी धूप आती है. उस माँ के बगैर किसी को कभी जीना नहीं आएगा. उस माँ के बगैर कभी किसी को जीना नहीं आएगा, क्योंकि एक बच्चे को उसकी माँ से ज्यादा कोई और समझ नहीं पाएगा. क्योंकि एक बच्चे को उसकी माँ से ज्यादा कोई और समझ नहीं पाएगा. So I came across this poem. Thank you, everyone. I came across this poem yesterday, and I know we are not a bilingual club, but this touched my heart. So I thought I'll come and recite this before I start my Toastmasters of the Day session. So I found it to be very closely resonating with myself because I can tell you something. Like my mom is someone who understands me in and out completely. Like there are certain times when I myself am doubting whether I would be able to do this or not, what I am actually looking out for. But she's the one who understands. Sometimes I am a bit angry. I act as if I'm just going mad. I'm mad after something. She realizes Brijesh is hungry probably. I'll make him something delicious to eat. He'll eat it, he'll sleep for some time, and he'll be back to normal. I just keep on, I am angry, I keep on shouting, but she understands that. Like, this is the reason why Brijesh is angry, and she has a solution for it as well. Like, maa ke haath ka khana, there's no replacement for it. So that's how special the bond is. And I'm sure that's not just for me. It's for every one of us who is present over here. So what I've decided is, I know every one of you would have a lot of love and respect for your mother. A good way to start this session is, like it will help you improve your vocabulary as well, and also express your feelings and love for your mother. I'll start around. I'll go around the audience. What you're supposed to do is just share one adjective for your mother. So I'll take the lead. I'll call my mother as caring. Now I would want to go through the audience. You may want to just dedicate one adjective for her. Loving, okay. Supportive, unstoppable, selfless, inspiring. Anyone? Sorry? I could. First love, okay. Beautiful. Anyone else? First teacher, okay. Yes, anyone in the virtual audience want to give it a try?
Instinctive.
Sorry, Misha, you were not.
Instinctive.
Instinctive, okay. I saw a comment, Rock of Gibraltar, right?
Yes, that was by Sudha ma'am.
Unconditional love and support. So, yeah, sacrifice, okay. So a pretty good set of adjectives, first teacher, first love, unconditional support, protective, so on and so forth. I'm sure if I'm to just leave this stage open for next 2 hours, we'll fall short on adjectives, but we'll still keep on thinking. Maybe a lot of us would, think of adjectives in our mother tongue and then try and convert it into English, right? That's how it happens a lot of times with us. So moving on, I would want to first break up and explain how a Toastmasters meeting takes place. So for the benefit of guests and also new joinees, Toastmasters consists of three stages. So the first part involves prepared speeches, where we have our Toastmaster, like our fellow Toastmasters, who have written a speech for themselves, and they will come over here, take this stage physically or virtually, and deliver their speech. Next is a table topic session. So table topic is about impromptu speaking. You are given a topic right away and you're supposed to speak for around 2 minutes. And next, the best part about Toastmasters is evaluation. As they say, evaluation is the breakfast of champions. Because you get in your evaluation how you performed, uh, you are able to incorporate that feedback next time when you come on stage and deliver your prepared speech or your table topic session. Now, for doing this, it's like unlike our mothers, who are very good at multitasking and they get all the job done. That's not the case with us, right? So we have a team to support. So along with the Toastmaster of the day, there is a dedicated team. We call it the tag team. So I would like to introduce our Toastmaster who is taking the role of timer today. He's a very new Toastmaster who's joined us some 4 or 5 months back. He's very energetic and he's very eager to learn about different stages of Toastmaster and improve upon his public speaking. So everyone, a big round of applause for Toastmaster Raviraj Kamble.
So in our life, we have missed, like if we miss a local train or even if we miss important meeting for even for 1 2 minutes, right? At that situation in our life, we gain the importance of time. So time is very important for us human beings in our life, and time and tide waits for no one, as you know it. So good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I am Toastmaster Raviraj and I am your timer for today's meeting. So when we attend or when we are told to talk in some talk show or when we give some presentation in our jobs, there is some allotted time, fixed time slot in which we need to complete our presentation, right? And if we don't complete our presentation in that amount of time, our bosses get mad at us, right? So here is where the role of timer kicks in the meeting of Toastmasters. And the role of timer is to keep track of the time of the speakers and evaluators and to poke them. Indicate them using his indicators how much time has left in his speech. So these indicators are my timing cards. I'll just show you. Thank you so much. So these are the timing cards. Timing cards are of 3 colors: green, yellow, and red. This green card indicates your qualifying time, which means that you have qualified for your speech. This yellow card indicates your target time. And this red card indicates that you have only 30 seconds left to complete your speech. So you need to wrap up very fast after this red card. Like there is a safe zone. If you have played PUBG, there is safe zone, right? And there is blue zone. So from green card to red card is your safe zone. Okay. And after red card, if you talk very much, you are an extrovert, you have to take care of this red card. After red card, you have only 30 seconds to complete your speech. And if you are an introvert and don't speak much like me, so you have to take care of this green card. You have to reach till the green card is shown. Okay. And first section is of prepared speeches, as I know. And we have one icebreaker speech also today. For icebreaker speech, the timing is of 4 to 6 minutes. So on the completion of 4 minutes, I will show green card. On the completion of 5 minutes, I will show yellow card. And on the completion of 6 minutes, I will show red card. The maximum time allotted is 6 minutes 30 seconds. And for prepared speakers, on the completion of 5 minutes, I will show green card. On the completion of 6 minutes, I will show yellow card. And on the completion of 7 minutes, I will show red card. So for prepared speakers, the time slot is from 5 minutes to 7 minutes. And before the parts of table topics and evaluation, I will tell the timing the guidelines of that. And I will show my report at the end when called upon by the general evaluator. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day. Thanks.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raviraj. That was a pretty comprehensive description of what role a timer performs in the Toastmasters meeting. Also, I love the analogy of PUBG. It definitely will help people to relate in a much better way. Next, let us welcome our Toastmaster Ajay. Today, he's double hatting. He's also the SAR of meeting. He's also the grammarian for today. And he has been with us since almost 2 years and has been always supportive to ensure that all the technical aspects are taken care of in the Toastmasters meeting. So everyone, a round of applause for Toastmaster Ajay Sharma.
Thank you, everyone. Toastmaster Brajesh, Timot, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guest. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language uses. I will take note of any not so correct uses of the English language as well as all examples of good uses. As a grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. For today's meeting, the word is champion. For today's meeting, the word is champion, which means championship, who balance the personal or professional work with very calm and positive manner, or a person who speak and fights for a particular group, etc. As, as an example, our beloved PM Modi or Virat Kohli, their attitude is always never give up and produce the result with the championship. Each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day. Whenever any speaker on the stage uses the word of the day in the right context, I would request the audience to show a silent thumbs up sign as a mark of appreciation. I will give a word of the day report and grammatical uses report when called upon by the general evaluator at the end of the session. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Brajesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ajay Sharma. And everyone, I'll just reiterate, please make a note of the word champion. Every time you come over here, you're supposed to use that word. Next, we have the role of our counter to complete our tag team. And if I have to use one word to describe our counter, I would call him champion. He is ready to take care of this role at the very last moment. Like just 10 minutes back, we informed him that we have a last minute dropout because someone is not well. So can you please take up the R counter role? And he's, yes, Brijesh, why not? I'll take this role as well. Also, let me tell you, he's the champion of evaluation as well. So there's no better person than him to perform the evaluation of how many R's and Ums we are using. So everyone, a round of applause for our previous term VP Education and current Secretary, Toastmaster Vishal Mehta.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Brijesh. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are.
Okay, awesome. So, good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today, my role also as an R counter is to record the unnecessary sounds used by speakers and the role bearers. They include the crutch words like filler words, but, like, so, okay, filler phrases, so, etc., and some extremely long pauses. Crutch words or filler sounds obstruct the smooth flow of speech, and it can be annoying to our listeners. At the same time, it really decreases the value of the speech as well. Therefore, the R counter notes such words and phrases in order to help the speaker become aware of them and minimize the use of these words and phrases in the future. I will present the R counter report when called upon by the general evaluator. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Brijesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vishal Mehta. So friends, as we move on to our first stage, which is the prepared speeches, I would like to call upon our first evaluator. She has been the founding member of the club. Anytime we reach out to her, ma'am, we are stuck over here, she's always there to help us out. Everyone, please join me in welcoming our first evaluator for today, Toastmaster Sudha Warrior.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone, and a very, very happy Mother's Day. I hope you all are taking time out from your busy schedules to make a special, something special for your mother, because I already got mine yesterday and my children are abroad. So I got a joint call and also a bouquet of flowers being sent to me. So it was very, very special in the early morning. So I hope you guys are also doing something like that for your mother. So today I have been given the responsibility of evaluating the speaker is Amit Podar, is it?
Prashant Bhusha.
Yeah, but Prashant has not sent me. Oh yeah, he just sent me now. Yes. Okay. Sorry. So I'm here to evaluate speaker one, Toastmaster Prashant Bhusa, who is rendering his first speech, as in taking the stage and giving the first speech. So in Toastmasters, we call it the icebreaker. He has selected the pathway of presentation mastery, and I wish him all the very best to make this a very memorable one. And over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sudha. So, today we are having the icebreaker speech. Everyone, a round of applause for Toastmaster Prashant. His speech title is Graduation of My Friend. Graduation of My Friend, Toastmaster Prashant.
Yeah, so good morning, everyone. Today I'll tell you about the graduation journey of my friend Ishan. So to give you a background, we were three friends who had just completed their 12th from Gujarat, and we got admission to different colleges and different streams in Mumbai. But the good thing was we got admission to the same hostel, and that too in the same room. So now talking a bit about Ishan. So he didn't want to study any further and want to join his father's business. But his father had given him an ultimatum that unless you complete your graduation, you will not be allowed to join our business. So in this way, like he was stuck with us in the hostel. So coming back, like our colleges had started and a few more days had passed, our exams were done, and now it was results time.
So me, myself, I barely cleared with 4 KTs. My other friend cleared all his subjects, but my friend Ishan, he got a ear drop. So now there was a rule in our hostel that you get expelled from the hostel if you get a ear drop. So the first challenge for him was to continue staying in the hostel and avoid being expelled. So we had heard about a veteran in our hostel who was successfully living in the hostel illegally from past 6 years. So we thought of taking his advice. So the trick was simple. We took a mark sheet Xerox of a person who had cleared his exams, and we just replaced the name with Ishan's name and took a Xerox again and submitted to the warden. And successfully, this was accepted. And now, and he did the same thing in his second year, and he just enjoyed his hostel life. So now we were into the third year, and the pressure was mounting on Ishan to do something about his graduation, because for the outer world he was in his third year BCom, but in reality he was still stuck in his first year. So after a few days, we noticed an advertisement in a newspaper that there is a South Indian university who gives who give admissions directly in the third year without asking for first and second year certificates. So he immediately called him, and he took his admission and brought the study material home. We took a look at those books. Books were very thin, and it kind of reminded us of Munna Bhai MBBS Part 2. Like, he selected the thinnest book from the library. While looking at them, so Ishan was even more confident that now I'll be able to clear my third year. And then he even started postponing his studies more, and he was a champion in postponing his studies. So yeah. Yeah, so now the next thing was like few more days passed, and we got used to our day-to-day life, and again the exams were near. But just 2 days before his exams, Ishan again came back to us and said that the books are thin, but the handwriting is also very small. So I think I can't still clear the syllabus in 2 days. So we were so angry on him, and we were feeling like beating him up. So now, but anyways, we had to help him, and we gave a call to that university person and just asked him if anything can be done now, or can he give his exams after 6 months or something like that. But he had a completely different idea. He told us that, sir, you don't worry about anything. We have a dummy who will sit in the exams on his behalf, and he can clear all the papers. You don't need to worry about anything. So we were like overjoyed. Okay, so we immediately agreed to this, and we just went for a party. But now there was a twist in this. So next day, the same guy called us again and told us that the dummy is asking for 30,000 rupees, and he will not be able to help you if you don't give him that money. So again, we were worried, okay, how we will arrange for this money in just 2 days. But then my friend had a plan. So Ishan called his father and told him that he wants to pursue a CA degree, wants to become a chartered accountant. And his father was like so proud that, okay, just before a few years, my son didn't even want to continue his studies, and now just look at him, he wants to become a CA. And he immediately transferred 30,000 rupees to his account, and we paid that money to the dummy. So now all the things were sorted, and we were fully relaxed. So more days passed by, and exams were done, and it was results time. And any guesses what would have been his result? Yes, the dummy had failed. So now it was highly unexpected, and we all were so disappointed that we were again standing at the same position as we started, and we were completely helpless. So we tried to call that university person again to scold him, but like he never picked up our calls. And anyways, like we were not able to help our friend further, and he ultimately got a fake degree certificate arranged with the help of his relative, and it cost him 80,000 rupees. And he showed it to his father, and his father was finally satisfied. So yes, this was about my friend's journey of graduation, and I hope you liked the story. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prashant. Since this was a icebreaker speech, I would request everyone to give a standing round of ovation for Toastmaster Prashant. Thank you, everyone. Toastmaster Prashant, that was a pretty humorous story of your friend graduating. I haven't heard of one such story in my life, so I definitely enjoyed the humor. As we move on to the second speaker, let me first introduce our second evaluator. He is a seasoned Toastmasters. He's been in this Toastmasters journey since almost 10 years now. He's joined us recently, and he does a very fabulous job of evaluating speakers. Everyone, a round of applause for evaluator Toastmaster Tariq Said.
Thank you, Toastmaster Brijesh. Good morning, everybody. Hope you all are doing great. Today, my speaker is Toastmaster Amit Poddar. He is pursuing presentation mastery pathways. He is attempting level 1 speech. And the timer, please note that the timing is around 5 to 7 minutes. I wish Toastmaster Amit a fabulous speech. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Brijesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tariq. Everyone, a round of applause for our next prepared speaker, Toastmaster Amit Poddar. His speech title is Switching Jobs. Switching Jobs, Toastmaster Amit Poddar.
Hope I am audible and visible. Thank you, Toastmaster Brijesh. Thank you, Toastmaster Tariq, and my all fellow Toastmaster and guests. So, topic of my today's speech is switching your job. Sounds very common in the industry. I think most of all are professionals, and switching your job is the a very hot topic in today's industry. Matlab, whether it's like you are in IT, pharmaceutical, you are in any manufacturing industry or any industry, everyone is facing and going across the same thing like switching your job. So mainly switching your job is after pandemic, after pandemic of 2019, where most of the companies have suffered a lot. They hit badly because of this pandemic, and at the same time many companies, they have grown up like anything, just because of, like, we have one initiative by our Indian government to make India a manufacturing hub. So that's the main reason to becoming India manufacturing hub. They have promoted like anything to invite their domestic companies to international companies, to invite to and make India a first manufacturing hub. And that's the reason India has become manufacturing hub in last 2 years, and a lot of job opportunities are there in the market. So everyone, like, other than we have some guests who are pursuing their graduation or just completed their graduation, they can better take a note of this. So I think in your career, most of the people, they have faced the same, like switching your job. Either this is your second job or third job, or also as a manager, as a professional, or if you are an entrepreneur, then also challenge of switching your job is a common challenge across all the industries because of high attrition rate. So it's very important. So it's like, if you want to switch your job or thinking to switch your job, so better, it's sincere advice to wait it through your friends, through your network, whether you are taking a right decision, right call or not. So friends, so most of the time, when you think, or someone like prompted to think to switch your job, there are two factors. I believe there are majorly two factors. One is a like pull factor, and other is a push factor. What is pull factor? Pull factor is something like a very lucrative offer, something very lucrative in terms of your compensation, in terms of your designation, and in terms of like your location, position. So that's a like pull factor which pulls you to think to change your job. And other factor is your push factor. Push factor is something like which is pushing in your current job in current company because of you're not happy with the perks, your increment, because if you're not happy with your promotion, you're not happy with your boss, you're not happy with the company's culture. So that's a push factor which makes you to think to switch your job. So most of the time, uh, most common push factor in the industry is the boss. You might have like experienced poor bosses, bosses with very like who all are actually when we say boss, boss is something. Boss stands for. Can you guess what boss stands for? What's the full form you can of the boss? It's like boring old software system. It's boring old software system which will never give the effective and efficient results. So most of the time people are not changing their company. People are thinking and prompt to change their job just to change their bosses. So it's always important when you're saying boss because you're also a boss for someone else, right? If you're leading a senior position, you're also boss for someone else. So there is a difference. There's a difference between boss and the leaders. When we are saying a leaders, when we are saying a good leaders, leaders are someone who empathize, who is part of your goals, who leads from the front, how to achieve your goals. And boss, unlike leaders, bosses are someone who they just give you the goals and targets and they are like it's your responsibility, it's your thing to do deliver your goals. That's a fear factor. That's a fear factor, friends. And when you work under fear, your efficiency levels down and your productivity will reduce drastically. So in if you see the current generation, new generation, they don't bother. They are not fear. They are all are fearless because lots of opportunities are there in the market. So they don't work under fear. So if you have a young generation who all are working under your team, so please be try to be a good leader rather than be a boss. So switching your job is not a wrong thing. It's always like exploring new opportunities, but at the same time with some like it's a calculated risk you are taking. When I'm saying calculated risk, it's always good to take a risk. So biggest risk is if you are not taking a risk. There's a biggest risk. So friends, take a risk. New job, maybe a scary one to take that call. It's like you don't know the friends, your colleagues and all. It's a completely new environment, right? It's like if you are exploring, navigating a new city without GPS, it's scary, it's difficult. But we all have done our high school and all, so we know we all have played the game of Tetris. We should know how to like the correct places, whether it's some where we have to take the right up and down. It should be at the right place. So I've selected this topic as a like as an informative and to decide. It's not about everyone should decide to switch their job, but yes, whenever you're deciding to switch your job, uh, evaluate it properly and take a risk. Don't be stick to your job and don't be afraid. A lot of opportunities are there in the market. India is a big hub manufacturing industry. Thank you guys. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Break. Intake break. Virtual audience, please excuse us. It's just that AC is not working that great enough, and the humidity levels in Mumbai are pretty high. So we are sweating like anything. So we just need a couple of minutes to adjust ourselves. What I would do is, I'd just call it out as a 5-minute bio break, so that people who are thirsty can, drink water and maybe they can just visit a washroom. So I would just request the timer to start a 5-minute timer so that we are following that discipline with break as well. Thank you, everyone, and welcome back to the meeting. After the 5 minute break, we timed it as well, and I think we completed 5 minutes perfectly. So, thank you, everyone, for adhering to the time. So, Toastmaster Amit, that was a pretty good speech. I love the quote, biggest risk in today's world is not taking any risk. I had heard it from Mark Zuckerberg, and that has been one of my favorite quotes because in the world where technology is changing on a daily basis, if you don't take any risk, you will be left alone. People will move on. And that was a pretty nice topic. If I would relate the job title, switching jobs to today's theme, what if I tell you, you don't get any awards, you don't get any accolades, you don't get any hike, there's no proper feedback as well, but you are supposed to do the same work again and again every day? How would you feel? Would you carry on with that job? No, right? But there's someone special out there. It's our mothers who do this on a daily basis. They cannot tell you a couple of years later, right? Brijesh, this job is not interesting. I feel I am getting into comfort zone. I want to try out something exciting. Does that work? No. She will never come and say, Brijesh, you never appreciated me. I didn't receive any awards and accolades. I'm working so hard. I'm managing everything, but I got no awards, no rewards. So I'm switching job. That doesn't happen, right? So a request from my side to everyone, and to like a request to myself as well, because in our day-to-day job, we forget this. We forget to thank our mothers for helping us out. We are not grateful enough for all the effort she is putting in to ensure that our life has less hindrances, is better managed. So while you were delivering your speech, I got lost into this thought that if I am to just relate this with today's theme, how good or bad it would feel. And let me tell you, like I myself actually switched job this particular week. So I joined a new organization on 8th of May. And the reasons were same. I was not happy with the compensation probably. I was like, I'm getting too much comfortable in the current job. I want to try out new things. But that's never an option for our mothers, right? So we should at least be grateful. That's the least we can do for our mothers so that it's not even a payback thing, but it will make them happy. They'll feel that at least my kids are recognizing all the efforts I'm putting, and she'll come up with double excitement and get things done in much better way. And they are doing it error-free, but they'll still do it with much more excitement. So team and fellow Toastmasters, now we'll move on to the next session, which is the table topic session. And to conduct this session, let's welcome our table topic master for today, Toastmaster Tanmay.
So good afternoon, everyone. I hope I'm audible. Just like explaining to what Brijesh was saying, mothers never really expect anything from us. Today is Mother's Day, and my day did not start that well. In the morning only, I lost my mother's phone, and I was not supposed to come here. I was not supposed to be here, but somehow, I mean, she was supposed to join her yoga session through her phone. But since I lost her phone in the morning itself, she was not able to join. So I gave her a wonderful gift before coming here. But any which ways, I told her that maybe I won't go to my Toastmasters session. I will miss one of them. It's okay. But she insisted me to go on, no matter what. She smiled and she said, it's okay. You just go for it. And somehow my dad, he left home at 8:30 and he had taken both my mom's phone, his phone and my brother's phone as well. I'm not sure why he did that, but he did that. And yeah, that was the story. So yeah, happy Mother's Day to all. I don't see any mothers here. We have Sudha ma'am here. But anyways, coming to our table topic segment, we had two powerful speeches by Amit and Prashant. I'm not sure if you know, but as Toastmasters, we put lots and lots of effort to write a speech. Once first draft is ready, we take it to multiple iterations to refine it to make it a perfect version. But when it comes to table topic segments, right, there's no preparation going in. You just come here, a foreign topic is given to you, and you have to speak on that topic for 1 to 2 minutes, which is strange, right? But with the advent of AI tools like ChatGPT, and there are other tools, recently Sundar Pichai in his Google conference introduced a feature called Gmail feature, which is, I think so, Help Me Write, right? Help Me Write, yeah, which helps you write email. So nowadays, I mean, the internet, all your email inboxes are going to be flourished with nice fancy emails with or formalities and all. And you nowadays, it's already the time. You open LinkedIn or Instagram, you see fancy what do you say, titles, blogs, articles, or comments, right? And you know, looking at the person, I know that you won't be able to write it, but you're using some tool, right? But a very small fraction of these people are able to speak in person. The same words, they won't be able to speak when I call them here. Why? Can I ask you, anyone of you? Anxiety is one thing. Other thing, not confident. But all of this reason, right? It boils down to one thing: they haven't practiced it. They haven't did it, or they are not attending anything. If you see marketing professionals, right, they're already good because they communicate on daily basis. But if you see engineers, like me, Brijesh is there. There are many engineers here. We sit in our own space, confined in four walls in our laptop. The entire day we slog in front of a laptop, so we don't get that much time to talk with people, right? So we're not used to speaking. And Toastmaster gives you that opportunity. This particular segment, it gives you that opportunity. Nikita, you're just starting out of your career, so it's very helpful for you. So table topic segments, right? I have jotted down few topics, some close to today's theme and some related to our lives. And I would call everyone, even the virtual members, and I would request everyone to participate in this, no matter if you are able to speak, if you're not able to speak. This is a friendly environment. I keep reiterating on this point, but anyways, there's a line of thought that's going on in my mind saying that what others might think, what the person sitting in front of me will think about me. Will I look smart enough? Right? All these things are going to be there because अगर ये element नहीं होता तो I would have come here shirtless, right? सोचने तो लोगों को सोचना है, but it should, that element is necessary. But sometimes we have to fight our way to do what we need to do. So moving forward with our table topic segment, I will now call upon our timer to share the timing guidelines for table topic segments. Okay, and we'll start with Ranita, you only. You have to leave, right? Yeah, don't be intimidated. It's fine. I wanted to keep it on a lighter note,
So the timing guidelines for table topic session is just from 1 to 2 minutes. You have to just speak for 1 minute in front of everyone. You will be given a topic and immediately for 1 minute you can speak, right? And after the completion of 1 minute, I will show you this green card. After 1 minute, 30 seconds, I'll show you yellow card. And after the completion of 2 minutes, I'll show you this red card. Okay. For first time speakers, we have 30 minutes, 30 seconds grace period in the front side. That is, if you are speaking for the first time, only speak for just 30 seconds and you are qualified. And for all the extroverts who speak very much more than like us, you can speak till 2 minutes, 30 seconds. 30 seconds at the end and 30 seconds in the beginning. So the qualification time is starts from 30 seconds and ends at 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Thank you.
So we'll start with our table topic segment, and I want to make a small correction. But everyone who speaks for 1 minute, only those are qualified. 30 seconds time. Did you read anywhere? Because I am not sure. First timers. Okay, is it for first timers? Okay, then if someone senior, so Daman, can you confirm if? Okay, fine, cool. Thank you. Actually, I'm being part of Toastmaster for 8-9 months. This is the first time I'm seeing this happening. So yeah, cool. So who would like to volunteer first? I have a bunch of topics. Just go for it. Don't think much. If you think, you will feel anxious. Okay, great, man. So I have a bunch of shits. Okay, fine. You can choose to. It's okay. You can take 35 seconds to think. Also, before I hand it over to you, the word of the day is champion. I would request everyone to make use of it if that's possible. Yeah.
Hello, everyone, fellow Toastmasters guests. My table topic for today is if you could meet any historical figure, who would it be and what would you ask them? For me, I don't have to travel much back in time to guess who would be that person whom I adore the most. It would be my dad, most probably, because just 2 years back, I lost him. And this has changed my life completely inside out. He used to say me one thing, beta, that whatever you do in life, do it with full passion. Because I want you to see as a champion in today's world. So until now, I know he used to say this thing that until now, I know that you haven't done anything that much great that you can become a champion also. But you should be prepared to face the world. And that has resulted, those words have changed my life. And 2 years later, now I'm standing here confronting one of the greatest fears that has haunted me for a considerable long part of my life: stage fear, anxiety, speaking with public, with not much experience before. So yeah, this has resulted into an explosion of interest from my side, from within myself. And I'm here to become a champion and lead from the front, because here Toastmasters is where leaders are made.
Yeah, next we can have Pranita. You have the chit, so you can keep it with. Yeah. In first introduce yourself because you're not there during the guest.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Renita D'Souza. I was there for the virtual session last Sunday for a couple of minutes before I got locked out. But it's a pleasure to be here physically. Unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to spend too much time here till the end of the session. But I'm glad to be here and I'm a little nervous, but I think that's good.
That is part of the. Okay, if you want to choose, I have given you.
Okay, let me choose.
Choice. That's okay. Guys.
Okay, but the topic is, do you think people can change? Why or why not? Personally, I think everybody can change. But the question I think probably is, does everybody want to change? So I think it's not really the ability that we are talking about, but it is the will. So I think where the will is concerned, then anybody can be a champion. And but as I said, that should come from within. And also it comes only to those persons who are self-aware. That's what I believe. So when you're self-aware, you also become aware of your strengths and weaknesses. And you want to play on your strengths and at the same time improve on your weaknesses so that it doesn't become a deterrent to your work or to your communication skills, etc. So yes, I believe people can change. But personally, if you ask me, then a person who wants to change so that he can he can affect eternity is a real champion, according to me. So yes, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Anita, for coming forward. And who would like to go next? Again? Yeah, sure. You want to go? Yeah. Okay, you'll all choose it, yeah. Yeah, if anyone from the virtual environment wants to join, you can just unmute yourself and let me know. Hope I'm audible.
Hi everyone. So table topic for me is social media overall good or bad for society? Uh, Debatable topic, I think. But overall, from my perspective, I'm not so social media savvy. So according to me, it's bad because it consumes a lot of our time, energy, and I myself, you get so much habituated to a topic, right? Social media is designed in such a way that if you literally watch one topic, it will continuously keep up giving you those same topic. Though I am saying it that it's bad, but I'm too habituated to the same thing. So according to me, it consumes you a lot of time, energy. So it's better to use it, but actually keep it a limited time so that you have your own time. Most of us now use social media or use phone even in our washroom when you are sitting idle, just doing, or while sleeping. Just before sleeping, we have a habit of going seeing a mobile and all. So it's better to have a limit in your mind, and but social media is here to stay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I completely resonate with what Ankit said. Even I feel the same. And every now and then, I keep having those social media detox. I uninstall Instagram, every single application that stays on it, I will uninstall, other than WhatsApp, because all the important contacts, all the leads like you, I get there. So, yeah, moving forward, we have Sarthak, who's attending his first session as a member. He has attended few earlier as a guest, but now he is part of our community. And I would request him to come. Everything is easy, man. Huh? Uh-huh.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters. So the question is, what do you have to say about your mom or women of house or anyone for that matter who dedicates their life for the welfare of their family? I think women plays a very important role in everyone's life, be it us, be it a lady or anyone. So women is from whom our life starts. So mom has played a very important role in my life, right from the day I was born, sacrificing so many things so that I get everything. And currently I'm staying with my grandmother. So my first 25 years was with my mom and now with my grandmother. I visit my mom who is settled in Mangalore, but I think there's so much to learn from them. They don't expect anything in return. It is just, just giving, just love. And even when we are in a good mood or we are in a bad mood, they'll be the same. Success or failure, good day or bad days, we complain, we crib. I think their reaction is always the same. And that is the purest form of love, I think, which we all need and which we should be grateful of. And I just want to wish every mothers out there happy Mother's Day and live long, live happy. Thank you. Champion in this day.
Yeah. So who would like to get? She's already nodding. Okay. Do we have any volunteers then? It's okay. Just come here. Whatever comes to your mind. Just say it and say it out loud. I mean, it's like, you want to learn how to ride a bicycle, but you don't want to step up and get on the bicycle. It's completely okay. If you fall, we are here to support you. If you're not able to find relevance with the topic, you just introduce yourself, tell everyone what you do, why you are here. It's completely okay. Okay. I'll tell you that. Okay. You can choose. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. Tell your story about me after you complete your speech, how I was when I was at your stage. Can I know the topic, please? Oh, what is the best piece of advice your mother has given you? Okay, so the topic is, what is the best piece of advice your mother has given you? And guest, I'm so sorry.
Rahul Moore.
Guest Rahul. What is the best advice, piece of advice your mother has given to you? Over to you.
It's okay. Hello, everyone. Myself, Rahul Moria. So,
Okay, you want to see.
yes. The best piece of advice my mother has given to me. So, starting with my mother, she is very like selfless and caring and give like do many effortless things so that our lives can be better and can then we can plan accordingly. So the best, I'm not coming up with the best advice still. I'm thinking. So, huh? So she is very lovely and she has a beautiful smile. And every day, even in the toughest day, I see in her smiling. I see every day smiling in her face. So uh, yes, actually, I am a student pursuing a master's degree. Also, I'm doing internship. Yes. So this is my learning stage, and actually, I learn a lot from my mother. That she does all the hard work, and I got the inspiration of doing hard work from her. And uh, sorry, guys.
You almost completed 1 minute 30 seconds. So that's okay. I was supposed to tell you a story, right? When I joined this club as a guest, I was highlighted and I was asked to speak. So what I did, it was a virtual meeting. I just left the meeting saying that I'm having a network issue. You don't have that facility here, so I'm going to drag you. But see, I'm here speaking in front of you, right? You speaking is something that you cannot visualize. You just have to get your hands dirty and start with it, and वो flow में हो जाएगा, right? So you just come forward and speak. It's okay if you're not able to speak. It's a learning process, right? Basically the process is that you keep doing mistakes, you keep stuttering, but the journey goes on. Thank you so much for coming forward. Who would like to go next? Yeah. Do we have any virtual participant? If yes, just unmute. I'll give out the topic. Yeah. Okay. You want? Yeah, I'll read out the topic for the audience. So the table topic given to is what is something unique or special about your mother that you admire the most? Guest, I'm so sorry. Yeah. Vipin. Yeah. The topic is what is something unique or special about your mother that you admire the most? Over to you.
So, good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters. Uh, there is always something unique, about mothers, and about my mother. It's been now more than 18 years. I'm away from her. Basically, I'm from Surat, and after that 4 years in engineering, and then after that, it's been now 15 years as a work life, right? So any mother, she'll be always caring, and of course, I meet her every month. Nowadays, every month. Earlier, it was 1 year, 2 year. In COVID, it was 2 years. So every time she'll see me, she'll find me thin. Right? You are not eating, so you are not uh, what to say. You are not eating properly. You are not working out. It seems you look so thin, right? So uh, this is what. So I would say it is not only about my mother. Even you will echo with me. Uh, when you are away for couple of days or couple of months from her, and when you come back, definitely the care, the the concern, it is always there. which she expresses. So, thank you.
Thank you so much, Vipin. I think you have gotten weak or thin. Every one of us get that comment from our moms. Even today morning, while I was rushing to come here, my mom came running behind me with a glass of milk saying, "Tu khake to ja bhai, tu aata hai 2 baje." So yeah, next who would like to go? I don't want to point you guys out. Just voluntarily come. Just raise your hand. I'll be happy to give out the topic. Okay, Sudha ma'am has raised her hand. Okay, next we'll go with you, ma'am. I'm finishing all this shit before going home. So
You will go back in time and give advice to your younger self. What will you do?
degree change.
Yeah. Okay, so my topic is that if I would get a chance to go back to my back in my time and advise something to my younger self, so I would definitely advise something that I should have come a little bit out of my comfort zone in a very little bit a younger age, because from my childhood I was always a very antisocial person, because whatever I used to do or whatever wherever I used to hang out or go out, I used to always do more with my family compared to my friends. I had very few friends, and even when I talk about my mother, I think she also was one of my best friends. You know, because I was very introvert. I wasn't very much very interacting to all of my other classmates in school or somewhere going out. So even when I love to watch movies, and I always go out. When I go out to watch movies, I always plan with my mother. Whenever I have to go somewhere to hang out or somewhere, for a picnic or something, even I plan with both my families only. No, it was never something with my friends. So I definitely I would like to advise something to my younger self is that you should always started exploring something, or moving out of your comfort zone at a little bit of your younger age. To be more self-aware about yourself. It would definitely help in your growth. So yeah, it would definitely make you gain more championships in your future. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mitesh. I was thinking if you could change your degree, but anyway. Yeah, who would like to volunteer? Okay, Sudha ma'am was next. Misha is also next. Sudha ma'am, how would you choose? Okay, I'll show you. Huh? You want to share the screen, right? Just give me a second. Sudha ma'am, which chit you want to go first? Go forward with?
Do you have a number for it, or you just kind
No,
of?
I don't have any number. I've just randomly jotted
Take
down
something
everything.
from the middle, yeah, no problem.
Okay, I'll go with the first one then. You want to share screen? Huh?
No, you can read it, no problem.
Oh, yeah. Vishal, can you give screen share privileges to Raviraj? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, just 1 second. Giving. Yes, should be there now.
Yeah. Is the screen visible, Sudha?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, sure. So the topic to you is, if you could have any superpower, what would it be and how would you use it? Toastmaster Sudha, if you could have any superpowers, what would it be and how would you use it? Over to you.
Okay. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. And I think we have a lot of guests today, a lot of new faces, and I love the energy and great speakers as well. So the topic with the table topic master has given me is, what is a superpower that I would like to have and what would I do with it? On the top of it, and with so much of election fever which is going on around the country, I think definitely I would like to be one, invisible. Two, I would like to have AK-47 with me. And because I'm invisible, the person whom I choose to shoot, and I'll decide whom I want to shoot. And because I'm invisible, I'll not be even taken by the police and imprisoned for whatever it is. Because I think the way the politicians are manipulating our country, our beautiful country, is something which really, really hurts me from within. Because I think people are getting swayed by promises, by social media, by memes. But if you really put the progress on the table, what they have done in their tenure is zero. And what do we do in school and colleges when people actually get a zero? We demote them, right? We tell them to take one more year. So the way we should be doing to these politicians is don't give them entry into politics anymore. I think these are the things I would do if I had the superpower. Basically being the law, right? And trying to do what the real lawmakers are not able to do. I would like to do that. And I think that would really make a big difference to this country, because we have the money, we have the education, we have the knowledge, we are intelligent, and we are doing great. But there is a force which is pulling us down, and that's the force I want to kill, being invisible as a superpower. Thank you. Over to you, Table Topics Master.
Can stop sharing a screen. Yeah, thank you so much, Sudha ma'am. Even I feel the same. These days, you open news channels, there are political parties with their new agendas every single day. You open all those debates where they debate about religions instead of debating about policies and education policies. Anyways, next, who would like to go next? Oh, I'm so sorry. Misha, had you raised?
Yeah, hi.
Okay. Do you want to go next?
Yeah, I won't mind. I can go ahead.
Okay, fine. We'll go with them. We have 6 more left.
You select anything
This
anything
is a
that comes.
Table Topics marathon or something, Tanmay?
I'm not sure, but anyways. Okay. So the topic for you, Misha, is if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? Toastmaster Misha, if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what it would be? I already know it, but yeah.
Actually, everybody knows this, but thank you for the question. I have thought this. This has been a matter of contemplation for me for quite some time. To be very, because I'm a foodie and I love food. See, the problem is I have a sweet tooth as well, and I love savory foods. So I want two options. But since you have asked me that I have to choose one, so I think I'll go for pani puri, because that way I can add that sweet water, and then I can have the taste of the sweet. I can have the sweet taste as well. So if you ask me, then pani puri is the perfect food for me, which I would love to have for the rest of my life. The taste it brings, the happiness it brings, and to be honest, I have tried to find out it is not much of calories also. So I think it's a good option for all of us. So it won't be. I won't have any guilty pleasure in having that food. And there are a lot of options in that pani puri. So for everybody who knows me for quite some time, know that this was an expected answer. And thank you for reminding me of pani puri that I'm going to go and have today in the evening. So thank you so much. I'll make sure I have it for the betterment of my mental peace, because food is something which brings me a lot of peace. So thank you so much, and that's my answer. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Misha. I was thinking it to be biryani, but anyways. What do you call pani puri in Chhattisgarh, by the way? Call
It's
it
called
same?
gupchup.
Gupchup. Okay.
Yes.
So pani puri has different names everywhere. I'm not sure what's in Karnataka. It's same. Okay. It's Golgappa. And in Kolkata, it's something different, I think so.
Puchka. Puchka.
What is it in Gujarat? Pani Puri only. We are close, right? Yeah. So we have 5 more topics, but we'll, with the interest of time, we'll take 2 more. Next, we have Amit. Can you show me the topic? What is your favorite book or movie and why? Okay, you want to change it or what? Okay, fine. We'll see quickly. Or else, if you have anything to speak on. Okay, fine. And this you can speak. Yeah. Yeah, I'll read out the topic. Just give me a second. So the topic given to Amit is, which is the one thing you always wanted to learn but never got the chance to? And over to you, Toastmaster Amit.
Good afternoon, everyone. So topic is one thing which I always wanted to learn but never got the chance to is this platform. So as a nature, I'm a very introvert kind of person who does not like much socialize and talks with the like very friendly with the new people and all. I'm very like good in my close circle only. So this is the thing which I always wanted to learn about, to be a public speaking communication, where I can be a extrovert kind of a person. I can freely present myself. I can freely go and talk to the people because I'm not into the marketing. So that was the field I always wanted to learn and to like being a champion in that field. So it's like in public speaking is the one which, because the you may be a good person, you may be a very knowledgeable, you may be a good qualified person, but unless until you speak with the people and you express yourself, people will never come to know about your qualities and all. So it's always good to have a good public speaking, and that's the reason, that's the whole reason I joined this Toastmaster, to overcome this my anxiety of public speaking and to present myself, because that's very important in your life. Only having knowledge will not help you. Having some knowledge, better presentation will make you a champion. Thank you.
Yeah, so we only have 3 topics pending, and there are only 2. Don't shy away, just come forward. I mean, you can just introduce yourself. Okay, if you want to come. Okay, you'll come next. Fine. Okay, I'm so sorry. Yeah. I want water. Pani hai kya? Oh.
Okay, good morning, everyone. So the topic is, what is the most embarrassing moment you have experienced in public? Oh, there are more than one moment. So I think one moment I remember, like when I was in my first standard, and we had to become Ram. Like I had become Ram, and my friend was Sita. And we were like supposed to stand in front of the stage and like carrying bows and arrows. And suddenly, when and after a few seconds, we were supposed to sit down. So when suddenly I tried to sit, someone had already pulled the chair from behind and kept it somewhere else, and I was not aware about it. And I tried to sit and just fell down. So that was very embarrassing. Like we actually currently we think that children, small children, don't realize these things. They don't get embarrassed, but that's not true. Actually, small children also like feel these things. And I think the next moment I remember was in just very recently in November or October and November, when our MDs had come to our office, and suddenly during the lunch, lunchtime, my ED informed me that can you just explain about these 2, 3 topics? And our meeting is in maybe next 1 or 2 hours. So I just said, okay, yeah. I was very confident because like I speak day and night on Zoom, and I'm like easily I'm able to do this. So I agreed. And then like when we were in the conference room and my turn came, suddenly goosebumps started coming up, and I was like, during my turn I was completely freezed. And the MDs and all were very like encouraging. They were like prompting words in front of me, but no, the fear had gone out of proportion, and I was not able to speak a single word. So that's when I made up my mind to search for a public speaking platform, and finally, like after a few months, I googled and I found about Toastmasters. Thank you.
Yeah, next, thank you so much, Prashant. Next, we have guest Nikita. We share the same college. Yeah, okay, sorry. Fine. That's the faulty one. Yeah, I'll read it out just to say. So the table topic given to her is: do you think our education system should be changed? Guess Nikita, do you think our education system should change? What do you?
Hello everyone, my name is Nikita Munde. I am third year computer engineering student. So my topic is, do you think our education system should be changed? Yes, I think our education system should be changed. So our current education system is more like marks based, or we can say it is not that knowledge based. We should change it to knowledge based, like a more practical approach should be introduced in a system. As I'm in a computer engineering field, but our college just encourage us to do more theoretical stuff and not to do the practical stuff. But industry, we need more practical stuff to perform. Thank you.
I had, yeah, thank you so much, Nikita, for coming forward. I had a few more topics, but with the interest of time, we'll move to the next segment, which is general evaluation. I'll now hand it over to team mod of the day, Toastmaster Brijesh.
Thank you, table topic master, Toastmaster Tanmay. We had a pretty long session of table topics, and I thoroughly enjoyed this session. The one thing about Toastmaster is whenever a table topic session goes on, even though I am not speaking here on the stage, I always keep on thinking, if I was provided this topic, what would I be saying? And Nikita, I completely agree with you. Like colleges should focus more on practical education. Theoretical education is not going to help us in the real world. It can help us get marks, but ChatGPT can do everything else. If you know how to utilize that for completing your job, that is a skill you need to learn. So moving on, since we have overshoot the time, I would, without causing any delay, I would like to invite our champion evaluator, general evaluator, Toastmaster Vishal. Over to you, Toastmaster Vishal.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day, Brijesh. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are.
All right, cool. So as a general evaluator, I basically have 3 duties to perform. First, I will call the speech evaluators to give the feedback of the 2 prepared speeches that we've had. After that, we'll go to the tag team and they will present their report. And lastly, I will give my report on the entire meeting. Basically, I've been keeping a track of what went well, what we can do better going forward, and improve the quality of our meetings. So before we move forward with our evaluations, could I have the timer to come up and mention the guidelines of the speech evaluations, please? Toastmaster Raviraj, if you could give the timing guidelines for speech evaluations. We can't hear you for some reason.
Show green card. Okay, I will repeat the guidelines for evaluation. The total timing for evaluation is from 2 to 3 minutes. After the completion of 2 minutes, I will show the green card. After the completion of 2 minutes 30 seconds, I will show the yellow card. And after the completion of 3 minutes, I will show the red card. The maximum timing allotted is 3 minutes 30 seconds for qualification. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raviraj. Now I would like to invite our very first evaluator, Madam Toastmaster Sudha, to give her evaluation for our icebreaker speaker, Toastmaster Prashant. Over to you, Madam Toastmaster Sudha.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator Toastmaster Vishal. And before you start timing me, I think we forgot audio that we generally do with Toastmasters. I think we had to stand up and congratulate the icebreakers for their session. Did we do that for both? I think we did it for one. I don't think we did it for both. So,
Amit was second level project 2.
Yeah, so we needed to do it for the evaluation. I mean, for the icebreaker as well. So can we just stand up and just congratulate both the icebreakers for completing their icebreaking first speech with us? Congratulations, you all are the champions now, and wishing you all the best in all your speeches ahead. So now you can time me, timer. Once again, good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and a lot of guests. Welcome. Today, I had the fortune of evaluating icebreaker of Toastmaster Prashant, a very charming, enthusiastic, new member of our club. And he was speaking about the graduation of my friend. Yes, it had a lot of story elements in it. A wonderful story, and it had a combination of Munna Bhai and Three Idiots formula in his story, and it was a real life story. So I think he has definitely lived a filmy life. I think before marriage, I hope it is continuing as filmy as possible even now. I love the mention of dummies, the CA trick, the way you guys duped the South Indian University to change. I mean, I don't know, a lot of gimmicks there. So as far as your speech goes, it attempted humor, which was a very evident part of your speech. And let me tell you, kudos to you on that, because generally getting to a humor element in your speech in the first go is very rare. So congratulations for that. You have done a wonderful job to be brave enough to bring humor into your icebreaker. I didn't do it, so I think you have already started off great. Confidence was there. English was great. Vocabulary was good. You had a good poise and connection with the audience. So I think you have pretty much ticked the boxes on the essentials of a reasonably good speech, like an icebreaker when you start with Toastmasters. So if I had to give you any suggestions for improvement, because this is your first one that you have, I think, come to the stage on, I would just like to say that we wanted to hear more about Toastmaster Prashant. What are you all about? Because it's an icebreaker. I wanted to hear more about you. It's nice to hear a story about a friend, Ishan, but I think I wanted to hear more about you. What was your role to play other than aiding Ishan? What transformation were you going through? What is your orientation? What are your hobbies? What is your family about? What were your important impressions when you were in college? I think if we would have got a peep into that as well, I think we would have really thought the speech was a perfect one. And I really was looking for that element. I think you got a little carried away with the Ishan story, which could have taken almost 50% of your speech. Even that would have been a good one. But talking a little bit about yourself would have made this a champion speech. So with that, I wish you all the best. I think you've done a wonderful job. Like I said, humor, victory on humor is a great thing to achieve. So I wish you all the very best in all your speeches. I want you to take the stage more often. Thank you so much, and over to you, Toastmaster. No, sorry, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster Sudha. That was a wonderful sum up of our icebreaker speaker, Toastmaster Prashant. Next, we move on to Toastmaster Tariq to give speech evaluation for our speaker, Toastmaster Amit. So, Toastmaster Tariq, over to you.
Sure. Before I go ahead, I just wanted to confirm Toastmaster Amit gave his first icebreaker speech, right, today?
So, just a bit of clarification here. Amit already gave his icebreaker speech last week. If I'm not wrong, this was his second speech.
Okay.
So, yeah, the timing should be 5 to 7 minutes.
Yeah, okay. Fine. All right, we can start the timing. Toastmaster Amit. Fabulous speech pertaining to the recent times pandemic topic about switching the job, because if you have, I'm sure you have researched about why we are switching the job, how we are switching the job, why it is needed, right? So the salutation of the speech was excellent. You started off with what is needed in order to switch the job. You started giving a little bit of background about India being a manufacturing hub. A lot of job opportunities are present in India, specifically in the metro cities. Then you started off with the challenges of switching the job, and you gave the advice on how one can plan switching the job. So you gave the advice about the referrals, speaking with the colleagues, friends, publicize about how you would like to approach switching off the jobs. Right? Then you also explain about the push and pull factor. Now, what I would suggest, and this would enhance your speech writing skills as well, that when you write a speech and when you practice, also get the speech reviewed, because I found the speech a little bit disconnected, switching from topic to topic, but it should have been more on a continuous line and with a consistency. I give you an example. So the speech could be, you started with the salutation, you started with the purpose of switching the job. You should start with how and where you can switch the job. What are the trigger points to switching the job? Then the push and pull factor that you explain about pushing, about what is the compensation, roles and responsibility, that could be a pull factor, and what are the other push factors about the boss, culture of the organization, etc. And then you should start about bosses can be uh, XYZ, bosses could be good, bosses could be bad, and then, so that gives you a little bit of thread in terms of how you organize your speech, right? There are a couple of words that can be replaced. For an example, bosses can be replaced by managers, because in the current world, right, in corporates, mostly it is managers and not the bosses. People don't use the word bosses. Another one is about a lot of job opportunities that can be replaced by plenty of job opportunities, because India being a manufacturing hub. Then you also discussed about difference between bosses and leaders. So what we wanted to understand is your journey for switching the job, your anecdotal stories for switching the job. So in the next speech, what you could do is you can add your personal story to give a flavor and your experience, which will be shared and can be leveraged by the rest of the audience. With that, I wish you all the best for the future speeches. Overall, the speech was great. If you just put these points in your speech, it will be elevated to the next level. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tariq, for that very comprehensive evaluation for Toastmaster Amit. All right, so next we move to the second section of the general evaluation, which is the tag team report. And for that, I would like to call upon our timer, Toastmaster Raviraj, to give the timing reports for prepared speeches, table topics, and the speech evaluations. Over to you, Toastmaster Raviraj.
Okay. I will share the screen also.
Sure.
Okay. So here's the timing report. Uh, First, we had one icebreaker speech by Toastmaster Prashant. He took 5 minutes 50 seconds to complete his speech. And Toastmaster Amit took 7 minutes 29 seconds, just 2 seconds away from disqualification, but I'm glad that he qualified. And after that, we had a break of 4 minutes 49 seconds, which was in the time limit of 5 minutes. And in the table topic session, we had a lot of participations from the guest, which I'm glad about. Guest Arbas took 1 minute 23 seconds to complete his speech. Guest Renita D'Souza took 1 minute 3 seconds. Guest Ankit took 1 minute 25 seconds. Toastmaster Sarthak took 1 minute 18 seconds. Guest Rahul took 1 minute 48 seconds. Guest Vipin took 1 minute 27 seconds. Guest Mitesh took 1 minute 30 seconds. Toastmaster Sudha took 2 minute 11 seconds. Toastmaster Misha took 1 minute 22 seconds. Toastmaster Amit took 1 minute 45 seconds. Toastmaster Prashant took 2 minutes 2 seconds. And guest Nikita took 40 seconds to complete her speech. And everybody is qualified. In the evaluation round, Toastmaster Sudha took 2 minutes 42 seconds and Toastmaster Tariq took 3 minutes 20 seconds to complete their evaluation, and both of them are qualified. So thank you very much. I am glad to be the timer of today's meeting, and over to you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Vishal.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Raviraj, for the great time report. I think sharing the screen and highlighting the fields in green really helps to just look at the colors and see everyone is qualified. But looking at the timing report, everyone is qualified, which is fantastic. So thank you so much for keeping a really good time report of today's meeting. Next, we go on to the R counter, which that would be yours truly. So allow me a second to share my screen. Let me know if you guys can see my screen.
Yes, it's visible.
Okay. All right. So forgive me if I have not been able to get everyone's name here, but I've tried to make sure I've got everyone's name over here. So I mean, I don't want to go through each and every person as to how many R's and like, each person has done. But you guys can just go against your name and see the numbers. And we did see overall quite a bit of crutch sounds like and that was used today. And I think there were little filler phrases, which is good, and only a couple of long pauses. Apart from that, we had our guest Renita, who did really well. So kudos to guest Renita as well as our guest Ankit. Even he was pretty good. And actually, even Raviraj went ahead and his was like minimum crutch sounds or filler words. But overall, I think everyone did fairly well. For the ones who went a bit overboard, maybe they can try to work on how to reduce the R. Normally, I've also observed this, just some observation from my side. When we try to think, the R's automatically come, but that is something we should try and eliminate just to increase the quality of our speech and our feedback. So with that, I would like
Hey,
to,
Vishal.
yes,
Yeah. Can you just zoom in a bit more so that audience
sure.
here is able to?
Sorry, apologies. I hope it's better now.
Yeah, this is better.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I'll just give maybe another few seconds since it was not that clear. So yeah, I hope everyone has a good look at their own. But yeah, a few of them really stand out, like Toastmaster, like guest Renita, then guest Ankit and Toastmaster Raviraj doing really well, and also actually Toastmaster Ajay. Cool. With I'll definitely share this in the group chat in our club group as well, so that everyone can take a look at it at their convenience. And I'll stop sharing my screen.
Sure, Vishal.
Yeah. Thank you. And with that, I would like to pass it on to our grammarian, Toastmaster Ajay, for the grammarian report.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator Toastmaster Vishal, for the guidelines. So generally, the session is really good. Everyone, spot on. And generally, the grammarian report comes into three parts. Good uses of the language, number one. The second comes in the not so good use of the language. And three is who have used the word of the day, champion. So I have categorized all these 3 points, and I'll go step by step each point. So good uses of the language is someone use adhering to the time, relate, accolade, double excitement. Did someone use book are thin, handwriting are also very small. It's really used in a good context. Overjoy, ultimatum, pull factor or push factor, very nicely defined. Boss, very good. He given a context. Leadership who leads the front, self-aware, social media savvy, habitual. So these are the words are used really in good context. Fraction, someone used fraction word. Confinement, interpreted, confronting, exploring. And someone used invisible with AK-47. So these are really good used in a good context. Not so good uses of the language is there is a reason. It should be that is the reason. Switching job. In my context, it should be job change with the better prospect. Have selected. It should be I have selected. Someone used she will be caring. It is in the future tense. It should be she is caring in the present context. And number three, who have used the word of the day champion. Many of us used the champion word. I would like to name of them. Toastmaster Brijesh used. Toastmaster Prashant used twice or thrice, I think. Toastmaster Tanmay used three, 4 times. Guest Arbaz used. Guest Retina D'Souza also used. Guest Mitesh also used 1 time. And Toastmaster Amit used. So thank you. Over to you. General Auditor Vishal.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ajay, for the wonderful grammarian report. All right, so now that we've done with section 2 of the general evaluation, now we'll move on to the third part, which is the general evaluation and my report on the entire meeting. So we'll start off with the Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Ajay. Today's meeting started off at around 11:15. Considering the fact it is a hybrid meeting, we do give some bit of flexibility. However, let's try to ensure that we really started on time so that we respect everyone's time. But there's not specifically for Toastmaster Ajay but if he can just ensure to make sure everyone reaches there on time and just kind of stays on top of this, that would be really good. Apart from that, I believe he mentioned the Toastmasters mission very clearly right at the beginning, and he also gave the guidelines of the hybrid meeting in a very, very clear manner. Just one feedback from my side, specifically to Toastmaster Ajay, would be in relation to starting off his Sergeant at Arms speech in a bit of a high energy, as it's the first person, and that really sets the tone of the meeting. So maybe if you can come up with a way wherein you really get everyone engaged and get the meeting started on a high note, that would be really good going forward. But overall, a really good job there done by Toastmaster Ajay. So kudos to you. Next in line was our presiding officer and the president, Toastmaster Misha. She started off touching a bit upon Mother's Day. It just coincidentally, it is Mother's Day, so she had a pretty good few things to mention about Mother's Day. And she also went around the room and she introduced our guests in a very warm and friendly manner. She also made the guests extremely comfortable, which was very good. And just one bit of improvement from my side that I would like Toastmaster Misha to do is to maybe introduce the Toastmaster of the day with a bit of a bang, because that's something that's like a theme of our meeting, as one of the biggest roles, and a meeting revolves pretty much around the Toastmaster of the day. So just having to introduce the Toastmaster of the day with a bang to kind of pep the person up with some energy and enthusiasm, that would be really good. So that was only one feedback from my side. But otherwise, a really good job there, Toastmaster Misha, with the presiding officer role. Then we had our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Brijesh. And today's theme, it was coincidentally Mother's Day, as it is Mother's Day today. Very beautiful theme selection. He shared a very, very wonderful poem in Hindi. And it actually reminded me of my Hindi class, because we used to have a lot of poetry in Hindi in school days. But it was very, very touching poem indeed. And I really like the fact that he went ahead and made us realize what our mothers do, what sacrifices she makes for us, and sometimes how we just really forget to thank her, and how we need to show that we should be forever grateful to our mothers. So overall, I believe Toastmaster Brijesh, you did a really good job in getting this message across to everyone. A couple of suggestions from my side would have been that if you could have made it a more interactive, wherein when you were calling out people to kind of introduce, it could be like a role player, maybe one or two lines we could have asked to, like, share about like your mother in person. That could have really made it a lot more interactive, and we all could have got to learn a lot more about us even more. And the other thing which I felt was maybe if you could have also added like your personal touch to it, a personal story about your mother into this, it could have really enhanced the level of the Toastmaster of the day. This is my opinion, and certainly your theme and the way you presented was good, but this is something you could have probably done to take it to that really like next level. But overall, I think you did a fantastic job, Toastmaster Brijesh. So kudos to you. Then came in the timer, Toastmaster Raviraj. I liked his originality in the timer script. He was extremely cool, calm, and precise. His analogy of the introvert and extrovert, I found it quite interesting. Although I would not 100% agree with it, because it's not that only extroverts are the big shots in the world. Some of the great people are also introverts. You look at personalities like Mark Zuckerberg or Mukesh Ambani. These are introverts, but they are relatively well. So it's not like a wrong signal to send it to the group that hey, you can't be an introvert and you cannot be like a great leader. I mean, you just need to identify it. And for example, the other day I read something very interesting that if you are an introvert, then you go out with an extrovert, right? So that person can really balance you out. So it's about acknowledging your strengths and weaknesses and then working upon it. But again, coming back to Toastmaster Raviraj, like I said, I like your originality quite a bit, and you explained the timelines in a very crisp manner, and also the report was extremely comprehensive, and I liked the way you presented it with the green colors and everything. So that really shows that, I mean, just by looking at it, taking a glance, you can just see that hey, like who's qualified, who's not. So fantastic job there done by Toastmaster Raviraj. Next, we had our counter, yours truly. So, I mean, I really don't want, I took this at the pretty last moment. So please excuse me if I may have missed out on something, as I was a bit of doing multi-hatting as well. Then we'll move on to our grammarian, Toastmaster Ajay, who was also multi-hatting. So kudos to you for doing that. You might have also taken this at the last moment due to some cancellation, but I believe you explained the guidelines very nicely. And the word of the day, champion, was pretty simple to use, but I was quite surprised that it was not used as often as we would have expected it to be used. Um, but one thing I found missing was you did not I did not see the word of the day being mentioned in the chat for the hybrid or the online team. So if that is one takeaway, you can have it for the next meeting. Just have the word of the day mentioned in the chat. That would be really good. I know you went ahead and gave an example while presenting. That was really good. But overall, I think you also did a fantastic job, Toastmaster Ajay. So kudos to you. Then came our table topic master, Toastmaster Tanmay. He gave a really good table topic session today, and he actually went ahead and made sure that pretty much everyone was involved today in the table topic section. He had a bit of an innovative way today, wherein he came up with a chit mechanism, asking the speakers to pick a topic and then give a speech on it. Just one suggestion from my side would be, like initially I remember, like for a few table topics, you just ask the person to pick a chit and then they themselves were reading it out. So it would have been good if you would have just asked them to pick and give the chit to you, and then you could have actually introduced and maintain the decorum of the table topic master, wherein we mention the speech, the table topic, the name and the speech. So it kind of gives everyone that feeling that they are actually maybe like in a competition or something like that. So it's just kind of keeping everyone aligned to what the Toastmasters best practices are. So, but I believe later on you did take up the chit and you were saying the topic like yourself. But just like that was one thing that I observed. Overall, I believe it was a good session. Like I said, it had a very good participation from everyone, the people who were present physically, as well as the people who were attending this in from the online forum. So kudos to you, Toastmaster Tanmay. Next, we have Madam Toastmaster Sudha, who was our first evaluator for prepared speaker, Toastmaster Prashant. I think Madam Toastmaster Sudha, you did a really great analysis of Toastmaster Prashant's speech. You went ahead and gave him the commendation, like what he did really well. I really like the fact, and you also gave him the improvement, wherein what was in his icebreaker about him, because that's what the icebreaker is about. You normally tell your story, but I like the fact that you patiently waited that to even add in the end that maybe it would have been only 50%, of his best friend Ishan in that, and maybe there could have been some element of his own character as well in his prepared speech. But overall, I think it was brilliantly covered, Madam Toastmaster Sudha, and I completely resonate with your evaluation. So, like I said, it's a champion evaluation done by you. So, fantastic job, Madam Toastmaster Sudha. Then we had our evaluator, Toastmaster Tariq, doing the speech evaluation for Toastmaster Amit. I really like the fact that the way he organized his feedback, right? He mentioned even when Toastmaster Amit was giving his speech, even though his content was really good, how Toastmaster Tariq went ahead and said how it could be done in a better way, as in making it come across in a very good structure, using some better wordings and giving personal example, because I believe the speech was pretty much about doing an analysis on something, but when you add your personal example to any particular speech, it automatically lifts the speech to the next level. So that was wonderfully picked up by both our evaluators today. So Toastmaster Tariq, even you did a brilliant job of doing the evaluation for Toastmaster Amit. So kudos to you. Couple of general observations of the meeting, which I already mentioned. First one was the meeting starting at 11:15. So maybe if that can be improved going forward. In fact, one of the things I really liked is about Toastmaster Tanmay. He went ahead and pinged me like initially, can you start the online Zoom meeting? So that is one thing they have to less worry about when they are there. So that was really good thinking that I thought that, because that is something that's like teamwork, right? You ask someone, hey, like since you are attending online, why don't you take that ownership and you start the online meeting and we'll do the physical part. So that was really good thinking, Toastmaster Tanmay. And I also like the fact the Toastmaster of the day gave 5 minutes break, considering the fact there were some air conditioning challenges, just for everyone to kind of get some water and a quick break. So that was taken into consideration. That was also really good. So overall, it was a really pleasure to be the general evaluator for today's meeting. Everyone did really good in their own capacities. And with the improvement that I've suggested, I hope we can take the level of our meetings even higher going forward. Thank you so much, everyone. And over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Brijesh.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Vishal, for a very comprehensive evaluation. We'll surely take the feedback and improve upon ourselves so that we come out with better versions of ourselves, and we also have a better version of our Toastmasters meeting. Before I close the session, as teamwork, I would just want to throw a question at the audience. Does anyone know why Mother's Day is celebrated, or when it was celebrated? When it was started celebrating, which part of the world did it start? Anyone, any guesses? Okay, yeah, that's correct to somewhat. Like it started out in Greece.
There are different versions of Mother's Day. I think India has one, US has one, and I think even UK has one. Am I right? So I don't know which one is the correct one, but as long as we continue to celebrate good things, it's okay. We can celebrate it 3 times a year. But I really don't know which is the correct one, Brijesh.
Sure, I actually have one video which I came across. Give me a moment and I'll just share my screen and start the video. Toastmaster Vishal, can I have the screen share access?
Believe it should be there. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I'll just start sharing my screen.
Yep.
A virtual audience, just let me know if you are able to listen to the video or not. I may have to unplug the speaker. Is
No, we can't hear.
We can't hear you.
Not yet.
Brijesh, is your input device your headphones?
is it audible now?
No.
Output device is speaker. इसको अगर मैं is it audible?
Not very clear. We can't hear clearly, but there is some voice. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay, Brijesh. Do you have subtitles? Then that's enough.
Mhm.
YouTube पे चलना पड़ेगा उधर नहीं जाएगा ना स्पीकर में नहीं मैं समराइज कर
May of 1908, Anna held another memorial and handed out white carnations, Mom's favorite flower. She contacted Philadelphia philanthropist John Wiley, who joined a Mother's Day in hopes of honoring all mothers all across the nation. 1910 first observed the second Sunday in May as Mother's Day. After a fierce letter writing campaign, Anna got Congress to federally recognize the holiday. President Wilson signed a bill that officially made the second Sunday in May Mother's Day. The holiday was meant to be spent in church. Afterwards, sons and daughters would write loving letters to their mothers. Carnations were worn. They took
1 minute Hey Vishal, am I audible?
Yes,
Hello.
we can hear you. Yes.
Yeah. Apologies, guys. There's some technical issues, so I'm not able to get the audio out. But I'll just summarize it a bit. What happens is in US there was this lady called Anna, who was helping out, as part of who was helping out refugees of the war. And she started this Mother's Day celebration for her mother. She fought out the US politicians and got, I think some guy called Bill in 1914 got him to pass a bill, a legislative bill to consider second Sunday of the month of May as Mother's Day. and that's how the celebration started. We as Indians, yes, we copy a lot of Western culture, so we've started doing that. The only issue or problem I would have is, we should not just go on the commercialization aspect of it. And yes, one special day for showing our love and gratitude to our mothers is important, but we should always remember that it's every day where you have to be grateful and you have to love your parents, be it your mother or father, and you should show your respect to them. It should not be limited to just one single day, and it should not be limited to your social media handles only. I would close this meeting out. I would hand it over to presiding officer. Misha, you still there? Misha, you're on mute.
Yes. Yes, Brijesh, I'm still here.
Yeah.
So this was a great, great, great meeting. I really enjoyed myself. Everybody did their job tremendously well. It feels so good to have such good members who are so cooperative, taking up double hatting, triple hatting the roles. So I'm eternally grateful to all of you for being so helpful, so cooperative to make this meeting a success. So before we move on to the guest addresses, are we ready with the polls, the votes?
Misha, Tanma is just about to complete it, so we can first take the guest.
Absolutely. Yes, yes. So can we please have the guests to please come forward and share their experiences? Renita, Ankit, Vipin. Right. I would invite all of you to please come forward and share your feedback. It would mean a lot to us. Please feel free to come forward and share. Hi, Ankit. Ankit, are you there? Would you like to come forward and share your feedback?
Hey, Misha.
Okay,
Ankit.
Arbaz is here. Please
So
come forward.
I'll hand it over to Arbaz.
Okay.
Hello, am I
Hi,
audible?
Arbaz. So much for joining. Would you please share your feedback with us? How was the meeting? How did you find it?
Yeah, actually, today's experience was quite wonderful. Last week, I had attended online meeting, so, and this week I have come all the way from Mira Road to Borivali by boarding a train. So the experience was quite not comfortable, very much comfortable. I was feeling all the way jittery while coming here, and just confronting this thing for the first time, speaking to public in an offline mode is completely a different thing. On the other side of the equation, you get a chance to know what are your strengths and weaknesses, and you can work upon that. Just thank you.
Thank you so much, Arbaz. I'm glad you have actually overcome your fear and you have come and spoken to us. And you are more than welcome to join us for all the meetings. To be very honest, for every guest I come across, I wish that I somehow someday see them taking up roles, giving their speeches, because that is what they all aim for, right? A good public speaking skill. So this is the best and the perfect platform. It's very positive. It will always encourage you to be better. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people, all the members who are there with you, they will tell you how they have benefited from becoming Toastmasters and how much they have evolved and became better versions of themselves. So moving on, can we have other guests? Renita, would you like to come forward and share? Okay, Vipin, right?
Hi everyone. So meeting was really wonderful. I mean, I learned, a bold attempt is a half success. So the attempt to come here, and then definitely the things will move on, right? So meeting was really wonderful. I enjoyed the table topics, the prepared speeches as well. So I would look forward to be here and deliver some speeches in future. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. Please do come and join us for other meetings as well. We have both virtual as well as hybrid meetings. So you can join it from the comfort of your home as well. Moving on, can we have
Yeah, Misha.
Ankit?
Yeah, Misha, with Ankit has gone. With the interest of time, we'll wind up for today. I'll announce the winner. today's meeting.
Okay.
It's Sunday. Everyone wants to rush for meals.
No
So,
problem.
yeah. So we'll start with prepared speeches. We had two prepared speakers today, Toastmaster Amit, and he really inspired me. He has joined 3-4 weeks back and has already given 2 speeches. I myself have only given 1 speech yet. So you really inspired me. And Toastmaster Prashant, who has joined 3 weeks back only, and he has given his icebreaker speech. Your speech has that humorous element which I guess the members connected with. And the winner for today is Toastmaster Prashant. Well, your speech was good, but the only part missing, my feedback would be the only part that was missing is the transitioning of different elements in your speech, right? That was missing. And there was no core purpose of your speech. You were, I mean, kind of all over the place. And I just now asked you if you had used the resources, if you would have used the Toastmasters resources, right? It confines you to specific areas which you can work on. So, anyways, your speech was great, but the transition part was not was missing actually. So, anyways, I hope you take up more speeches in coming time. Next, we have best evaluator. So, any guesses who? Sudha, yeah, exactly. So best evaluator is Sudha Warrior, ma'am. Best tag role player, we had three tag roles: timer, arc counter, and grammarian. And the winner for today is timer Raviraj. Then we had best table topic speaker. I just give me a second. I'll have to check who was the best table topic speaker. Okay. So the best table topic speaker for today is he's one of our guests. So any guesses who he was? Yes, Arbaz. So you are the winner. Yeah. And lastly, we have best of victory. It was between our VP President, VP PR, and Secretary. So he was the team mod for today. I was the table topic master, and Vishal Mehta was general evaluator. And I myself have won the thing. So yeah, that's pretty much it about it. Thank you so much. And yeah, any final words, Nisha, before we wind up?
No, I think the meeting was brilliant. You guys have done a fantastic job. I'm thankful to everybody. And since it's Sunday afternoon and everybody have taken a lot of efforts to come and join us, I think it's now time for us to disperse and go and have meals and enjoy and spend time with your mothers if she's there with you. And thank you so much, all of you, for joining us. The next meeting we will be having virtually. And on the 28th, that is the last Sunday of this month, we will again be having the hybrid meeting. For everybody who have joined us today, you are more than welcome to join us for the next physical meeting as well. It would be really great to have you all. And those who have joined us online it would be great to see you offline join us for the hybrid meeting. Please do come forward and join us. And thank you so much, everyone. I wish you all a great week ahead. If you have any doubts, please do reach out to Tanmay and Brajesh or me. We are there to help you. And we will be having an education session in the next meeting, which will be a virtual one, to help all the members understand and get well versed with the Toastmasters website. So that will help them to update their educational goals. We have done a few updates so far, but for the benefit of all the members, we are doing it again. So please do make sure that you join us. And if you have any doubts, please do reach out to us. Thank you so much and have a great week ahead.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.